Good morning YouTube, Malix here bringing you some new gameplay. Today we have Warhammer 40k Space Marine, and this is the Dreadnought Assault DLC, which came out on the 24th, which was yesterday in the US, and today the 25th in the UK and the rest of the world. You did however get to play it early if you did download it from the in-game marketplace. It is about 300 meg, so you have a little bit of a wait. And it's 800 Microsoft points, which in my opinion is more than worth it, because this DLC is really fun. I enjoy this immensely. For the few hours that I've played it, I've had fun each game, and every time you become the Dreadnought, you have a lot of fun, and even when you're facing off against the Dreadnought, you have a lot of fun trying to bring it down. The game types rules, how you play the game type. The beginning of the match, there is a Dreadnought control point, and both teams fight for control of it, because everyone wants to be the Dreadnought. And once the first team captures the control point and they have a Dreadnought, the capture point A, as you see here, will appear, and there is 20 capture points, and you have to basically move around from capture point to capture point and get all 20 capture points in the 13-minute time frame, or the team with the most captures at the end wins. Here I jumped in halfway through and managed to actually get the Dreadnought myself, which is pretty cool because I only came on to get a little footage of the Dreadnought. Originally I was just going to play some music over it, but you know, I didn't want to do that. I felt I would talk over it, give a little review. Your weapons, on the left hand you have a melter gun with a really long range, and it's got a fast reload, really powerful, and that's fun to use. That's your close range weapon. Your long range weapon is on the right hand side. It's a chain gun with a really fast fire rate. It's kind of inaccurate, but it will tear things down at long range pretty quickly actually. Your melee weapon is a power claw, which is pretty fun to use. It's got an arcing sweep, so it will cleave basically anything in front of it. I found that very fun to use. In a second here you'll see me swipe two guys down, not these two. Other than that, that's really all you have to combat opponents with. The ways I like to play the Dreadnought is basically using it to capture the control points like it's meant to be used. You move it from control point to control point, whereas I don't think this is the way it was meant to be used. People just use it for their own ends. They use it to basically rack up a ton of kills. In the game prior to this, there was a guy who had 80 kills and 1 death in the Dreadnought, which would assume that it's overpowered, but it's not. It's actually pretty easy to kill. In my opinion, it's a little too easy. It's balanced very well as well, because your sprint, for instance, it's about 6 to 7 seconds, and after that 7 seconds you stop running and you have a recharge period of about 2 seconds, and in that recharge period the enemy has a chance to basically wound you, take some health down, and which is very good in my opinion, because other than that, the Dreadnought is pretty hard to take down. Your shields do not regenerate, but your health does out of combat. You do have one stim pack to use, and well, the best time to use that is just before you're about to die, so it's like you get a whole new Dreadnought, which is pretty underhanded, and I kind of enjoy using that tactic a lot. In this I used it pretty early, which I wouldn't have normally have used. As you see me here, I'm just chasing people away. I'm on fire, about to die, so I thought I'd just go out with a blaze of glory. Go in, guns blazing, just tearing things up, turning on this guy. Although, secretly I did want to get more health back and survive for the rest of the game. Other than that, this download is really worth it. I've had a lot of fun, more than the Modern Warfare 3 map pack, and I would recommend this to anyone, new players, people who've had this game for a while. It's extremely fun to play. A new player can pick it up, be the Dreadnought, and just tear people apart. It's extremely fun. It's a high scoring game type. At the end of this I had about 6,000 points, but in the last game a guy had 15,000. So if you want to rush the multiplayer and rank up really quickly, I would suggest playing this game type. So from me, Malix, in the UK at 10:34 AM, I'm going to say good morning and have a nice day, people. So goodbye.